Hello and welcome to What's on the Shelf. I'm your host Jen, and today on Digital Playground we have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, my name's Dan. I am an indie designer, board game designer, I guess you'd say. I've got one game that I've recently published, which we're going to play today. A few more games on the way. The game we're going to play today is called DiTiC, which is here. Some people call it DiTiC. I don't know. I didn't imagine the name would ever cause any problems, but it's DiTiC. It's a tile placement game. It's my first game. It's available in quite a few indie flag stores now. Few in America, more in the UK, but I'm trying to stretch it into stores over there as well. And it's available in a few select places online at the moment as well.
And you're based out of where right now?
So I'm in Southampton in the UK. It's the south coast of Southampton. I've got quite a lot of board game stores within kind of 50 miles of me, and all of those guys are kind of supporting and playing and showing off the game at the moment. So we're kind of growing slowly from the south of the UK outwards across the world.
Awesome.
Which is great.
So let's get down to the game. So explain to us how we're playing.
Okay, so I've actually made DiTiC available on Tabletopia and Tabletop Simulator to play for free. The setup's very easy. It's all there for you. There's no gathering of bits. You can fit the whole game on one screen. So you've got a bag full of tiles here and 4 players worth of die here. You need all of those available even in a 2-player game. So I think I'm blue today and you're red.
Perfect.
So I'll pull out a couple of tiles just so we can talk through them. So on the tiles, you've got different colors in each corner. The tiles are double-sided, and you can flip those over. So you can see there's black, white, red, maybe blue.
Right.
And the object of the game initially is to start placing the tiles on the board around this start tile and trying to place your colors together. Now, when 4 corners of tiles meet, a dice will spawn depending on which color's in the majority. So in this example here, you've got 2 white corners, a red corner, and no corner. So the white colour's in the majority, so the white die or the white player would get a level 2 die onto the board, like so.
All right.
The object of the game is to spawn die onto the board, and you can use the die special movements, and they move around the board to combine them. So a level 2 and a level 2 would make a level 3 die, level 3 and 3, 4, 4 and 4, 5, 5 and 5, 6. The object of the game is to get to that level 6. First person to get there wins.
Awesome.
So if you check in, the rules are uploaded onto the Tabletopia over on the left-hand side as well. So you can check to see some of the movement rules around the die. So some of them just move up and down. Some of them move, the level 2 and the level 1 move in all 8 directions. Over here, we do have an action die with some action die rules just for reference here as well. So after you've placed a tile, if you've got a die on the board, you get to roll the action die, and it can give you some extra abilities like drawing an extra tile, moving your dice around, etc.
All right.
So I guess let's put these away, and then we can get to it. So on your turn, you've got you can either draw a tile or move one of your die. At the beginning of the game, we've obviously got no dice spawned on the board, so we'll be initially just taking turns drawing tiles and placing them on the board. Awesome. So I guess, if you'd like to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. So let's pull out this. Now, when placing, do you have to choose the side that you're placing it on?
Yeah, absolutely. So each coloured player's got equal probability of drawing a tile with their colour on both sides, one side or no side. So you've been unlucky. There's 13 tiles with no red on them, and you've pulled one of them.
Oh, that's okay. I'll start by putting that one there.
Okay, and then that's it for now, because you don't roll the action die until you've got dice on the board. I'll just check both sides. So obviously this side's got red on it. I don't want to be giving you any red on the board, so I'll take this side and place it there. And then it's back to you. So the beginning of the game is very quick. You're just pulling tiles, pulling tiles.
Gotcha. So that one's got blue on it.
Oh, no red again. It's unlucky.
Nope, it's okay. I'm used to it. The dice never like me.
So in the rules, the tiles need to place end to end, side to side, but don't need to surround the start tile at all. You can go anywhere you want. Let's see. So using the shortcut F to flip there, it's got some red there. And then you've got shortcut E for those not familiar. Oh. So here I'm working towards getting my blues together to create 4 tiles together and get the die up.
Again, no red.
You've been really unlucky. Later on, you'll pull all the tiles with the red and I won't get any with my card. Just getting yours out of the way now.
Yeah, I'm getting the dead draws now. So I'm going to... I don't think there's any way I can block you there other than putting something in the way.
Absolutely. So you devalue... If you put something in the way, you devalue my die that will spawn. Do you want to rotate that again?
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah, cool. So as you see, there's 2 blues and a black. So I'll make one of my die a level 2. And it's popped there. And then back to my turn. Oh, there's some red for you. What have we got? So I'm going to go here. Now over here, 4 have just gone together, but there's no majority colour, so no die will spawn there.
Gotcha.
Now after my turn, because I've got die on the board, I get to roll the action die. Now that symbol is move a tile or one of my die.
Okay. Oh, it seems like we lost Discord. Just 1 second there. We're going to restart up again. There we go. Discord is back. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can't see you anymore, but that's okay.
Oh, just give me a sec. I'll fix that. Turn the camera on. It'll all get fixed in post.
I don't know what point it cut out, so you might want to just backtrack my speech a little bit. I don't know.
Just give me one.
So if I just do that move again, then you can find a good point, maybe.
Yeah, that should be fine. Just give me 1 sec to recenter the camera stuff. Because when Discord crashes, it removes all the settings I put. There we go. So yeah, if you just want to take that move back, that should be fine.
Yeah, so I'll put the tile back. So I'll just go... So for my action roll, I'm going to choose to move a tile instead of moving a die. So I'm going to open these ones up like that. And that's my turn done.
Alright, so I'm going to go and grab a tile. Yay, some red.
Yeah, you got some red.
Let's see what's on the other side. So I guess I'll go and place this one over here. And rotate. There we go.
Okay, cool. I'm finding it really tricky because I'm normally red when I play games.
Oh.
So being blue today is really messing with my mind.
Well, you get
So,
another dice up there with a 3, I believe.
Yeah. So just gonna... Okay. And as an action roll, because I've got die, do nothing. So in the box with the game, there's a QR code on the rules, and there's a spare QR code tile as well. And it links to YouTube with a few different videos for these different actions on the action die, just to give an illustration of how to do them.
Nice. So I get
yeah.
So I get a red dice at 3, I believe.
Correct.
Get my dice at 3. So you were saying, so there's a QR code in the box.
Yeah, and so if you're unsure of the rules and how this kind of might pan out with the action die, I've put just some very short clips of the tiles laid out with those actions being enacted. For this one that I just rolled, the do nothing one, it's quite hard to make a video for. So I put it up there and it says do nothing, and then it pans to new screen, it says sucks for you. And I thought I'd leave it at that.
So at this point, because I've got a dice, yeah. I can roll the action dice.
Correct.
So let's roll the dice and see what I get. I get the square. Draw and add another tile. Do not re-roll the action dice. So I get an...
So at this point, you might be able to catch up with your reds.
I might be able to. So let's see what's on the other side. Yeah, we're going to give you less blue. And we're going to put you here. Rotate that.
I'll get my thinking time out.
There we go.
See, I'm looking at that and I'm going, yeah, red, great. No, it's not great. Normally red. Okay, I'm going to go just there. And even though I haven't spawned a die, from now on, while we've got die on the board, you can have an action roll.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so I've got a movement. I'm going to move your reds apart.
Ah, boo.
So that wasn't it.
Okay, so let's see if I get a pull. Ooh, 2 reds.
Oh, that's good.
So with this one here, I technically don't get a complete dice if I put something connecting there, correct?
Well, no, just because there's a blank corner there, it doesn't affect the dice spawning. It just counts as one less color in the mix. Okay. So if you did have a red there, you'd get 2 reds feeds the 1 black.
Okay, well, with that case, then I'm going to go and place it here and rotate. So I get a level 2 dice.
Yeah.
Which gets placed there. And then I will roll the action dice and see what I get. So I get to move 2.
Yeah, so if there's a dice, or a die rather, on one of the tiles, then it's considered pinned down, so you can't interact with that tile. So in this situation, you can move your dice around, and you can move that one tile. He's the only free one. Now, it's worth bearing in mind that in the second part of the game, as the board's grown and you've got more dice there, you start moving the dice around, and some higher level dice can take lower dice, move them off the board, just like in chess. So at this point, a level 3 takes level 2. So I could choose, instead of drawing a tile, to start moving to threaten your 2 there that you've just spawned.
Gotcha.
So with one of your movements, you might choose to move one of your dice. You could move the 3 down to get in the way, perhaps, as well as, and then start moving the tiles around.
So for the move, because I can do 2 moves, can I move a dice and move a tile, or does it have to be
correct.
2 tiles? Okay, just wanted to make sure that was correct. So I will move my 3 down, and then I will move this tile over here and spawn a new level 2. Oops. And then that populates there, and I think that's the end of my turn.
Yeah, cool. So on your next turn, your choices are draw a tile or move a die. So you could choose to start combining your die together.
Oh, I'm planning on it.
Yeah. Okay, no blues for me.
Oh, but
so what I'm going to do is
for me.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm going to use this blank corner here to add to the completion of this 4 here.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got rotate a tile. There's nothing much that I need to rotate, really. So I'll choose not to use my action.
All right, so I'm going to move my dice. So essentially these two combined into a 3.
Correct.
So we'll move you to a 3. So that was my... And this disappears off the board.
Yeah, and that's the entirety of the turn.
Oh.
And you don't get an action roll if you've interacted with the dice already.
All right.
Aha. I don't think I'm even going to check what's on the back. I might do. Okay, so I've got my 3 here. Now, if I press 3, will it? No, it won't.
No, you have to do the right click and then
right
pick.
Click. Yeah.
There's probably a shortcut somewhere on the board, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. So
that's okay.
You get to roll your dice, and hopefully you don't get to move.
So we've got to move. Okay. At this point, there's not much I do. The level 3 die is the only die that can jump over. So I could try and free myself up, come and block here. Because then if you get any movement, you might be able to free these tiles up and generate more. So I'm going to put that there to get in your way a bit.
All right. So then it goes to my turn. So I could technically move these dice to make a 4 and then start eating.
Correct.
Start eating your 3s.
It's not that any higher dice takes a lower dice. So in the rules I've just clicked on in the corner on Tabletopia, everything takes a 1. 3, 4, and 5 take a 2, but only a 5 can take a 3. Oh. So your level 4, while strong, isn't strong enough to take my 3 yet.
Okay, so then at that point, I'm going to draw a tile. I will hold off on changing.
Yeah. At the very beginning, I had any die can take a lower value, but it was too powerful. So the player that got a 5 first can just walk around the board and wipe off the other player. And the time it takes to generate a level 4 or a level 5 dice is 8-9 moves, and you had to kind of rein in that strength a little bit. So I had to kind of protect the 3s a little bit. And definitely protect the 4s, because otherwise it just becomes a one-man race.
So I'm going to get level 2 there.
Oh, where?
I just placed my...
Well, here...
Oh, no.
Is it?
They're even...
There's no majority. Whoops. Oh, you've moved...
Did not mean to grab that.
So...
Was that in between? I think so, yeah.
Was that the one? Yeah, it must have been.
Oh, no.
So,
yay.
Let's move these out of the way. So...
Gotta love those physics. No, I didn't realize I was tied there, so I won't put that one
Yeah,
there.
so there's no majority.
That goes back.
Okay.
Alright, so I will go with my original plan of putting it over here.
Cool. So this is interesting over here. If you had the red here where the blue is, and you'd had 2 blanks. If you put another blank in here, you'd get a level 1 die. And so a lot of people will ask me, how did you get that level 1? Because you can't have a majority, like when all the other corners meet. But actually, if you use those blanks, that's how you get a level 1. And level 1's good because it's the only die that can combine with its non-number. So a 1 and a 3 makes a 4, and that's the level 1 special ability.
Oh, okay. So then I will rotate that a little bit more then. Yeah, we'll do it that way. All right. And then I will roll the action dice and see what I get. I get... What does it say over here? Rotate a tile that is not placed in... that is placed in any orientation. So if it's pinned, can I rotate it?
No. So those actions for interacting with tiles are only if the tiles are free. I think it says it at the bottom.
Well, then I can mess with that one at least.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
That might have actually helped you more, but eh.
Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, you freed up the... this one's not very good for me. Okay, so what can I do?
So more red on the board.
Did you mean to leave this blue corner here like this?
Yeah, I meant to leave it like that.
Ah, okay, so I've got no blanks, so I can't do anything about that. What I can do is stitch up your red here. What have we got? Aha! Okay, so this is the flip. So I can flip any non-pinned down tile.
So essentially these 3 here and these 2 at the bottom would not be pinned.
So I'm going to have a go on this one. Ah! Unlucky.
So
and I can't choose to not do that. So I'm going to have to go with it.
Oh, so it's a little bit of a memory game too.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. So
That was unlucky. And you can't peek, it says on the thing, so I couldn't have done it and they go, actually I changed my mind.
Yeah,
so I've committed.
That makes sense. Well, I can get a level 2 there. And that blocks you. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to go over here and rotate this, which gives me a level 2.
Where are we looking?
Right over here. So there's 2 blanks and 2 reds.
I don't know if my game's caught up with you. I can see 2 blanks, a red, and a blue.
Oh, it might catch up in a second.
That's weird. But yeah, if it's 2 reds, 2 blanks, it would be level 2.
All right, perfect.
Weird.
Is it still glitching for you, or?
Yeah, it's so for me that needs to turn. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, now it's caught up. Okay, so
yeah,
go and put that there. It must be the distance.
Yeah, well, I wonder how many thousands of miles it is.
And then I get to roll the action dice. So let's see what I get. So I get to move. Oh, that would be.
So remember, that's a tile or a dice. So tile or a die rather. So you could use that to move your 3s together.
I could, but I think
or deal with the time.
This move over here.
I'll stop you right there.
Yep.
Because the tile movement's only linear, so you can only slide it along.
Okay, then I will leave that there. I think it reoriented itself though.
Yeah, I think it did. It was like that, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So no, then I will move my dice. So I will make these 2 3s a 4. So I will remove this guy and flip him over to a 4.
Okay. The annoying thing about Tabletopia, and I can't solve it, is that sometimes when you drop your tile, your intended rotation won't stick.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that. I haven't futzed with the actual programming of things at this point in Tabletopia or Tabletop Simulator. It's a skill set I wish to collect at some point.
Yeah.
But,
well, there's a lot less actual programming in Tabletopia. It's just a case that if you want the tiles square to line up next to each other, then it's gonna do the thing where it drops and then you have to rotate it in place. There's not much I can do about it.
Gotcha. So just to make sure I understand, the goal of the game is to get a dice to 6 and you win.
Correct.
So right now you're quite on your way because you've got 2 3s and a 2 2s, and I've got 1 4 and a 2. But if I can start getting 1s, that would be an interesting race.
Yeah. So yeah, I rolled a do nothing.
Okay, so I will draw.
So,
whoop, you were saying?
One of the interesting things about the game is that it's so mathematically balanced that actually quite often it comes down to one move. You get to the bit where you've got all the dice on the board, you start moving them around to combine them, and actually it then becomes a bit of a foot race to who's going to get to that 6 first. And that a couple of times I've been a move behind, say, and so I've opted to draw a tile and try and roll the double movement on the action just to try and catch up, and then it's like rolling a Hail Mary at the end.
There we go. And then I will roll the action dice. Has it caught up to you at this point?
So for me, it's 2 reds and a blank.
Yeah, there's 2 reds and 2 blanks on that. And I
No, sorry. So it looks like you've put a blank corner next to your 2 reds. Did you put 3 reds together?
No. The point was, just 1 second. I'm just gonna pause the recording because I'm getting a phone call, and it's an important phone call. I'll be right back.
No worries.
Okay, and we're back. All right, back to the table. So, just to make sure, I had rotated it so it was like this because I wanted the blank space next to that.
Okay.
And then I rolled the action roll, which gave me the square, so I get to draw another tile. So let's see if I flip it. Yes, more red. Beautiful. So I'm gonna put. Can I rotate it right to get? So I can either get a 2 or a 3, and another 2 there potentially. So I will rotate it like this, which gives me another 3 on the board. Oh, did I want a 3 or a 2? No, we'll go with a 3. 3 on the board. And that's the end of my turn.
And then you're working towards the 2. Cool. Okay. That's looking alright. Go for this one. So it's very rare, but you can run out of tiles. In which case, hopefully you should have enough dice on the board to be able to finish the game. It only happens really on a 4-player game.
Alright, so you get to draw an additional tile. Ooh, some more red.
Yeah. Sucks. So I'm going to go here. No. I need to get your red as far away as possible from you. Okay.
Alright, so at this point I'm going to draw. Ew, that's not a good card for me.
Okay, so at this point I'm going to try and remember where you put it, because I might need it later. If you hide all that blue from me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to rotate it. Try and give me another one there. Alright, and then I get to roll the action dice. So this is flip a dice. Flip a tile.
There's not many. You've got this one down here, or these couple over here.
I will flip this one.
Yeah. And you can place it back in any orientation, so you can roll it around if you want to as well.
I think let's rotate it that way. There we go.
Okay, cool.
That's a lot of blue on the table. You're not even going to look at the other side?
No, I don't need to. It just doesn't matter to me. There's one of these in the bag, and there's one for red, one for white, one for black as well. They're all there. It's pretty lucky to find it. Let's look what's on the back. Yeah, okay. So I've got a level 3. Cool. And get a roll. You know what? I'm going to put some other colour in the mix there just to try and slow you down.
Alright.
So, just to say about the real game, the board that you see here with the lines isn't included in the box. This is just to help with the online play.
Alright.
It's part of the coding for how the tiles sit. So in the game, you just get the bag of tiles and the die, and you just play on it on a surface.
Where do I want to put that? think I'm going to keep it on that side. It gives me a little bit more red. And I will rotate it like so. Do I want to put that there, or do I want to go for the 3 right away? I will actually move it over here, and we'll go for the 3 right away. And...
yeah, and with that, you take the lead.
There we go.
Okay. Did you take a roll?
I did not. I'm still trying to think. Yeah. So I'm gonna roll the dice.
Yeah.
See what I get. Come on, more tile placement. 2 moves. Ooh,
that's handy.
That works nicely. So first of all, I'll move that one to that one, so I get a 4. And then I can move this one this way. Because I can't move more than one space, right? For a move.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And that.
So yeah, most of the dice just move along the tile edges, apart from the 1 and the 2, which move in all 8 directions.
All right. So that's
okay.
I will place that.
I was hoping that wouldn't happen. So I want to put a blue in here, but if I do that, then you'll get the red there, and I'll accidentally spawn one of yours, which isn't
ideal.
Really what I want to do. It's not ideal. So I will get more. Too much red near me. I'll go like this. Yeah. So here's an example of using the colored die of a player that's not here. So the white one pops up onto the board just to get in the way. You don't have to play with that rule, but within the rules it's 3 white, so it spawns a white die.
And you get to flip a tile.
There it is. And I can place it back any orientation, so I'll go like that. Get some blues out.
Alright, so I will pull a tile. Oh, well, it's pull a tile or move a dice, right?
Correct.
Okay, I will not pull that tile. Sorry, and I will move my dice there.
Okay, and that's you don't get a roll that time, so that's just it.
No, I'm trying to get that 5 so I can start eating your 3s.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I don't want that to happen. I might need to start moving my 3s away. Okay, so I've got a 2. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to use a 3s movement there to jump over as my first. And then I'm going to do 3/3 onto the 4 there. So got my first 4. Now 4 is good because it's safe and it's got the extra ability that it protects the things that are beside it. So this 3 and this 2 are now safe as well.
All right, and if I have a 5, can I still eat the 4?
No, 4 is completely safe.
All right.
Because it takes so long to get a 4. If the 4 was vulnerable, the first person to wipe out another 4 would have the game. So I had to protect it in the playtest phase.
Gotcha. Put that there, it doesn't spawn anything. Alright, I'm gonna place that one there and roll my dice.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. Your turn.
I think we might need to move the whole board over shortly. It's gonna go off the end.
Can you actually move the board underneath, or we'd have to move all the tiles?
No, I think we can just do a select for for all the dice and tile and just drag them across.
Gotcha.
We'll give it a try if we need to. You know what? I'm going to try and get... I'm going to put that blank corner there. Flip. Ah, you had one of blues a minute ago. Where is it?
And here comes the memory part of the game.
Dunno. So this one's free, but this one's blocked in on all sides. So one of the rules is that you can't interrupt with it once it's penned in, and this one's similarly. Even though it doesn't have a die on it, it's now safe for movement. It's still technically
gridded and it's locked in.
Yeah. Ah, unlucky.
So does that mean that spawns a 2 for me?
No.
Oh, no,
so it was like that before, and you had the majority already. So one of the clarifications in the rules is that unless the majority changes, you can't reuse the majority to deal with die. So later on, if you have a rotate or a flip, you could go back from no majority, add a red in there, and then you gain majority again, and it would actually generate you another die. So I've made a mistake there.
Awesome. So
never mind.
You've done your roll, so it would be my turn.
Yeah.
I will get that one there and flip it. See if there's any red. Oh, there's one red. So I will place this one over here and rotate it. So I get a 2. And then I will roll the action dice. Come on, something good. Oh, flip.
It's a rotate, not a flip.
Oh, sorry, rotate. Oh, and I pinned down the card I could have gotten a 3 on.
Yeah.
But you did get it's a flip, so let's flip this one.
No, it's a rotate. It's a rotate.
Sorry. Flip that back over. Rotate. So technically, I could rotate this one here.
Uh-huh.
And that would give me a 3.
But because you've already got the majority, you can't just increase the majority for a new spawn. The majority has to change hands for a new spawn.
Gotcha. Well, I could just rotate this one and...
don't mess with my...
I got to. It's the only logical place to change things.
Yeah, I thought you might do down here to get your reds together in this corner here, but...
No, I think I was going to wait because I want to try something else over there.
Yeah, I'm not happy with what you've just done, I'll be honest. Okay, so I'm going to go here for 2. The trouble is I'm spawning lots of low-level die, so it's taking me a while to get the numbers I need. Okay, so I'm going to use the movement to move my 2 diagonal, because that's one of its special abilities, to get to the 3. Your turn.
Oh, that is not a good one. Let's see the other side. Ugh. No red again.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna plop this one right over here.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on that one. It's got lots of blue on the back.
Well, I'm hoping I can pin it down quicker than you can flip it. Oh, draw another tile. Perfect. Well, that works out. Let's see what the other side has.
One of everything. These are my favorite, with one on each corner.
Well, I will definitely be taking this one to put over here. No. Well, it makes it 2. It doesn't give me a 1. Because the white's there, so the majority would be... each person would have the same. So, at least I get a 2 out of it. I'll rotate that. get a 2. And then...
See, you've made it so that I could maybe get a 1 here, but it's so blocked in, it would just die.
Mm-hmm. I would eat
Shame.
it.
Yeah.
So that was my extra, that was my action.
Oh, that
so
was,
it's
okay.
your turn.
Fab. Aha. So there are 6 tiles with 1 of each color corner.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they're really cool. Really pretty. So one of the people I play games with most is colorblind. The first colors for this were red, blue, green, and yellow. And that really didn't work for him. So I had to change them. Ha.
Oh.
Okay.
Here comes the wave of upgrades.
Well, yeah. Here we go. I'm just not sure which way around to do them. I think I'll do 3 and 3 for the 4. And do I do a 5 or do a 3? I'll do a 3. 2 and 2 for a 3 diagonal here.
So technically,
Okay,
the
your
3
turn.
is still safe.
It's protected by the 4 for the 4 special protection ability, yeah.
All right, so let's draw.
But if you could get a 5 over there somehow.
Let's flip. That's better. I'm gonna put this over here and rotate to potentially get a 1. And then I'm going to roll the action dice. Oh.
Oh.
It says that you went offline. Did you get disconnected?
Yeah, I think I did. I think I'm back now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can see everything, so hopefully it's okay.
Okay, well, my side, I still see you moving around. So I placed my tile. I'm going to roll the action dice. And get to move 2. So... So I'm going to move him a 1, 2, and upgrade this to a 3.
Cool. And you're close to getting a 1 over there as well.
Yep. And that's it for me.
Okay.
No, but it's interesting that you had someone who's colorblind play this, because that's something that a lot of designers don't actually look at, is the color differentiations for people who have those kind of disabilities. And the same thing, I have a friend, nickname Red, but he has issues seeing the difference between the blues and the greens. So it has to be very vibrant of either of those colors to really be able to do anything.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, Facebook's amazing at the moment because there's so many forums and groups around game design. There's actually one that's specifically, I can't remember the title of it, but it's geared towards supporting designers make colorblind decisions. And there's all sorts of graphics and things that people have generated now with, you know, if you're seeing the colors like this, then a colorblind gamer will see them like this. So don't do these pairs, etc. So there's a lot more resources being put out there around colorblind friendliness. It's another reason why each of the corners is a different pattern. So if you really were struggling with the colors that I've chosen here, you could still try and make decisions based on the different shapes.
Well, that's definitely an interesting detail. So you flipped the one in the corner. Are you changing the rotation?
Yep. So, yeah, as my action, I flipped yours to try and stop you getting that 1 there.
Okay, so my turn. I will draw the tile. And let's see what's on the other side.
Lots of blue. Great.
Lots of blue. Boo. Let's see. So black would get the majority there. So I'm going to place this here and rotate it so that that's there. I don't spawn anything, you don't spawn anything. And
correct. However, if you get that rotation action...
That's what I'm hoping for.
You'll be winning.
So, roll the dice. Come on. Rotate. Nothing.
Sucks to be you. Nice. Okay.
Oh, so much blue.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so I find that playing it online on these platforms is great, but it does slow the game down a little bit with all the clicking and stuff.
No, I agree. And especially when like you're playing something that's a little bit more finicky with
yeah, someone that has a problem.
Yeah, one of
so I got it.
So
go for it. I cut you off.
Oh, I was saying that like something like Tabletop Simulator, it feels like you can fling things everywhere. So you have to be really careful.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. So once people are familiar with the game in real life, you can play a game in sort of under 15 minutes almost, because it's, you know, 2 players that are familiar could just go. It's kind of like a game of chess. It can last not long at all, but on the other hand, it can last, you know, ages depending on how deep people are going with the strategy, etc. Like we've cut the board in half almost. You're working, it's like a race at this point. You're working over there, I'm working over here. At times it can be a lot more intermingled, and so it gets a bit more kind of...
Well, I can definitely understand when you're playing a 4-player game, it would probably get very, very muddled.
Yeah, it gets very congested almost. That just adds to the strategy and the, you know, the thinking process.
Yeah, I'm going to put that one there. And I'm not going to rotate it, so I'm going to roll the action dice to move.
Nice.
So, is it just one square over for moving tiles?
No, it's just along, anywhere along.
Okay, well, I'm going to plop that over there.
That's maybe something I could have been a bit clearer on in the rules. Rule writing is really tricky. There's been a couple of things since publishing. People, you know, frequently asked questions come up, and I think, okay, so next print run, when these games are all gone, I'll update the rules, chuck in a few more languages so we can access more of Europe, etc.
And then I will move this dice over here.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
So I'm glad that you moved this one, because it might mean that I can just, if I get a couple of movements, I can move these 2 over and get myself a 4, which would be very powerful. Let's see. For now, though, I'm going to go like that and get myself a 1.
Boo!
So, special things about the 1. 1 can move in any direction. It can combine with a 1 or a 3. And it moves once per turn for free at the beginning of your turn.
Alright.
So it's a rare thing to pop up, as you've seen. It's the first one we've got, but it's a powerful die. It's worth trying to get.
It is. Just give me 1 second before you do your next action. I just need to let the dog in, so I'm just going to pause the recording. So you had just rolled your dice, and you were doing, I don't know.
I got do nothing.
Oh, you got to do nothing. All right.
Yeah.
So we go on to my turn. And we're going to pull a tile.
I've not been watching what you've been doing over there. I should have stopped you getting this bit in the corner. Oops.
Let's flip and see if I get a red. Yes, I got the 1 red I needed. So I'm going to pull this over here. And put it exactly like that, so I get a 4.
I should have been watching more closely. Never mind.
It happens.
It happens. So as you can see, we're almost in a race now. You've got 3 4s. There's only 1 more die you need to generate, and then you'll be combining. Same for me.
So I'm going to roll that dice and see what I get. Pull another tile. So let's see what I get. If the mouse would cooperate. There we go. 2 reds, 2 blues, or blacks and nothing. I need more reds. So where am I going to place that? Yeah, I think I'll just set that up right over here. And that will be it for me.
Oh, you're going to leave it as a white, red, blue?
Yeah, I'm going to leave it as the white. Oh, it's a... Is it white, red, blue? Because on my side, it's 2 reds and 2 blues.
Oh, no, sorry. I mean in the corner here. I was looking at the intersection.
Yes, I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay.
Because no one gets anything.
Yeah. I thought you might have done something different, and I was dreading it, but I'm glad you didn't.
No, I'm trying to get the 3 first. I know I could have gone for a 2 instead. But I'm hoping to...
I'm going to get that 2 on there. Because if you'd got a 2 there, then you could have gone 2 to 2, 3 to 3, and then you'd have had your 4 4s.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I did my tile, etc. The 1, as its special thing, it moves once for free every turn.
Okay.
Which I forgot to do at the beginning, but I would have done there to there.
Okay.
But I won't do it now because I forgot to do it at the beginning of my turn. So never mind. What have I got? Rotates. Is there anything I can do? Yes, like I can't. So if I try and stop you getting 3 there, I'll give you a 2 there.
And that's
no, I shouldn't. Yeah. You know what I'll do to rotate here instead. There we go. Might be quicker to get that 4 there.
Alright, so I pull my tile and hope for some red. Come on, red. Flip. Yes, some red. Some much needed red. So I'm going to go plot that over here. And rotate. So I get a 3. And then we roll the action dice. It took a very long time to land. Oh, I get to draw another tile.
Don't need them at this point. Okay, so this is where I do the maths, and I think, how many moves away are you? How many moves away am I? I think you're in the lead.
Ooh. Now I have a question. Because the way the board is set up, I know that the bottom of the grid doesn't really count. But if I were to put this tile over here, I would still have to place 2 more tiles before I could populate anything, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not going to do anything there for me.
But we should be able to drag everything over to make room. It's no problem. And even the tiles will go onto the woodwork here as well. So the grey is just a guideline.
All right. Let me see. Do I want to leave that there, or do I want to get some red, more red on the board? I'm going to place this here and rotate it this way. And then I'm going to roll the, I think that was that was from my roll that I drew that. Oh, and we lost Discord again. Oh, there we go. We're back. Gotta love technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah.
All right, just let me... There we go. Pull that up again. So I had placed a dice. Let's just get that fixed again. I will be fixing all the errors in post, so there we go. All right, so I had just placed my tile, my second tile, because I had gotten a second tile from the dice roll. So I had placed it, where did it go?
This one, right?
Yeah, it was this one here, and I had placed it like this to hope to get a 1. And then it's your turn.
Okay, so at this point, I think I've got enough that I can just do some dice movement to get my 6. But I'm trying to do the maths as to whether or not it'd be worth generating the 4 here or spend the time on these guys here. So at the beginning of my turn, anyway, the 1 moves for free. So I can move my 1 onto the 3 to make a 4 here. However, I might be thinking I don't need that 4. Because for my turn, I'll do a tile draw. Perfect. And I'll do that to generate. You let me slip it in under the radar. Got a 4 at the bottom here.
Mm-hmm.
My action roll. Okay. Lucky. So 1 move, 2 and a 2 to a 3.
3 and 3 into a 4.
3 into a 4. And then I'm not far off, so it's just a race now. That was lucky. I was stressing.
And for it's 2s that are skipped or 3 that can skip?
So your 2 can move in any direction, so you could move your 2 out the way. There, 3s jump. But that doesn't help you right now, really.
No, it doesn't. All right, I'm going to draw a tile. And flip and see what I've got on the other side. Well, that worked out. I'm going to put that one over here and rotate it and roll my dice. Move 2. All right. So I'm going to move this, whoop, wrong pick. This one to make my 4.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 2 moves, and it's your go.
Okay, I'm just going to do some movement now. So my turn is just to go. Boop.
Alright, and then I will place another tile. Come on, blank spaces. Yes. So I'm going to place this one here. And rotate it. Whoops, wrong one rotated. That one was like that. Rotate.
I think I see what you're going for.
Whoops.
The level 1 only combines with the level 3. It doesn't go with a 4.
Oh, it doesn't? But can I do it with a 1?
A 1 and a 1 you can do to make a 2, yeah. However, we need a level 3 there as well.
Okay, then I might change that. Because if the 1 can't... Can a 1 combine... 1 can only combine with, what, a 1 and a 3?
Correct.
Okay.
And you did your 3s out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's flip. No, I'm not going to give you that. That didn't work out. But I'll put that there and get an additional 2 down here.
There's 2 blacks there. No majority.
Alright, well, I'll leave it like that. Because I might be able to rotate. Roll my dice and get a rotate. There we go. That gives me a 3 on the board. Alright,
okay.
And it's your turn.
So for my turn, I'll do just some die movement, 4 onto 4. To get the 5. And that's it.
Now 3s were the one that could jump, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, well. At this point, I'm just going to move those 2 to make a 5. I think you outmatch me at this point. Because you've got 2 actions.
4 to 5, yeah. Yeah, that I had a lucky roll a minute ago. That really helped me out. So you're not far off. You got 4s and 5 there.
Yeah, but not enough movement to to get them there. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do other than move my dice at this point, but you win this turn.
And then 5 and 5.
Do a 6 and congratulations.
Okay.
So let's.
So that, I mean, it was pretty close. You had everything you needed there. I think just I had a lucky roll.
Yep, you got.
One or 2 things went my way.
Exactly, it was the roll of the dice. Well, thank you so much for playing with us. This was amazing. I really hope that we can get a copy over here in Canada at some point, depending on the distributions and stuff like that. Because this would definitely. You were saying?
There are some copies in the States at the moment, and what I'll do is I'll check with my my fulfillment partner in the States, see what their shipping's like into Canada.
All right, perfect.
I know it's probably more miles than I'm used to, but it's on the same continent, so hopefully it'll be okay.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, no, this is definitely something that's very unique and is definitely something I don't have on my shelf, especially with the way that the tile placement works. And like you were saying, you specifically changed the symbolization on the color so that if people have issues with seeing color, it's definitely something that they can still play the game and not have issues. It would be interesting to see you do something similar with the actual dice pips in potentially a future expansion, because the dice color also corresponds to what you're placing. But if you change the pips to a specific design instead, that would also help people with color blindness.
Yeah, that's true. And because there are 40 dice in the board, then there's a lot of custom die that would be, so in terms of manufacturing, a lot of custom die which would be needed, which would up the cost of each. There's something. Custom die and pips and stuff. I mean, you could just have physical number written on there, couldn't you?
That's
and
true.
Then you could just read it as generic, which wouldn't be as expensive. At the moment, it's quite a cheap game in terms of buying off the shelf. So you wouldn't want to push that too high because it's such a small box kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree, yeah, you do for a numbered die, and I mean, and of course, people could swap out the die for anything they wanted as well.
That's true. Well, thank you so much for playing, and we'll catch you guys next time at the table. Bye.